The 34 charges against Trump is punishable by up to 4 years in prison, though experts believe that level of punishment is unlikely.
But how will this affect the election this November? 10 Tampa Bay's Chris Hurst joins us now. And Chris, do you have a sense of how voters will respond?
Well, that is the question tonight. Meantime, one side is claiming victory. The other is saying it was a sham trial. But what really matters is what impact will Trump's conviction have on undecided voters?
What's the crime? We don't understand. It makes no sense.
Almost as soon as the late afternoon verdict was announced, supporters of former President Trump converged on Florida streets to rally around their candidate.
President Trump did nothing wrong. He put in a ledger that he paid legal fees to a lawyer that was doing legal work for him.
I think he's a despicable human being. A jury of his peers found him guilty.
But those supporting President Biden and former President Trump agree on one thing.
No, it does not affect it at all.
It won't affect November's election.
It doesn't affect it in one way at all. Nothing. There's no thought process. We're voting for President Trump. That's it. Done.
Just a 1 percentage point swing could really make a difference.
10 Tampa Bay political analyst Lars Hafner says it's swing voters who will determine if Trump's unprecedented conviction will sway their choice.
We know that this election will probably be decided by about 800,000 people, but even a small percentage, 1 or 2%, could make the difference in a very tight election.
Florida Senator Marco Rubio calls the verdict a complete travesty. The state GOP says it's a witch hunt. The Florida Democratic Party sent us a statement from the Biden-Harris campaign. In New York today, we saw that no one is above the law. If the race tightens even more, will Democrats turn their attention to Florida?
They may play in Florida in terms of putting money down here, and that could keep those state and local races even closer, and that would be helpful to Democrats.
The judge in the case has set former President Trump's sentencing for July 11th. Before that, his team has the ability to file a motion to appeal. In the studio, Chris Hurst, 10 Tampa Bay.